What's up, motherfuckers? You're listening to the Don't Date Me podcast on whatever podcast service you desire. You want to listen to it on our Apple podcast? No bother. You want to listen to it on Spotify? Do it. You want to listen to it on YouTube podcast, which will be launching imminently in the not too distant future? Go for it. Listen wherever your heart's desire. It makes you sing, but make sure that you follow or subscribe wherever you're listening. But if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, make sure you hit the subscribe button and then do a wee cheeky free trial. Hit that button, get that sweet free trial whilst it still exists, and support our podcast. And then, who knows, we might return for a mysterious season 5 that never happened, which might happen in the future. Or, well, for definite, you'll be getting access to all the archived episodes, which have been remastered and re-edited for only our subscribers.
So, you're single and you're ready to mingle, but you don't know where to start. You could go to the bar, but that's kind of intimidating. You could try online dating, but we all know how that can go. Speed dating from Eventi brings you completely inclusive events, welcoming people of all genders and sexualities. Whether you identify as LGBTQ+ or not, Eventi speed dating is the perfect opportunity for you to put yourself out there and have a laugh with friends. Their events take place in Glasgow, Edinburgh and Newcastle, with plans to expand to other cities in the UK. And let me tell you, these events are not to be missed. You might just find your next partner in crime, or at least a great story to tell your friends. Grab your tickets on theeventi.com and join us for an unforgettable night of laughter, fun, and maybe even a little bit more. Speed dating by Eventi. Unique, inclusive events for all.
No dirty talk, just podcasts. No turn-ons,
Hello and welcome to Season 6 of the Don't Date Me podcast. Season 6, baby, that's right.
I can't count, I thought it was 5.
Well, technically, Season 5 happened, but it was a performance art piece where me and Sarah lived our true best lives. We played the field, we dated a little bit, we had no problematic things happen in our lives whatsoever. Everything was super relaxing and we just socialised lots, and then we just didn't have time to make a podcast. And then we're now back for Season 6 with all guns blazing, all rested, and ready to rock, baby.
Perfect.
So I am Jamie. I am a 6'4" bisexual man and closeted Christian. I am now 38 years old. Is that new? Is that a new thing? I can't remember if I was 38 last time. So I'm now 38. So it's a good job this is the last season of the podcast, because soon I won't be in my 30s and we can't talk about dating anymore, because otherwise it would just be tragic past that. And so I'm here with
Jason, your Canadian friend, who's 34, 6 foot, and that's about it. So that's all that's going for me, really.
wow, take 2. That was slick.
Thank you.
Take 2, Jason. That's your new name.
Yay.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't make it to the second date.
I mean,
First dates are god-awful. I shine on the second, but I don't normally make it that far.
I think you'd be great for a first date because you're really fun and you put people at ease with your chat.
Have you... Have we hung out today? No, I meant, have we hung out today?
No, you're fine as long as you've had a biscuit.
As long as I had a biscuit. Yes, I was a wee bit hungry earlier.
But yeah, so today we're having a chill out day of just adulting, but then also catching up. And so we're in Paisley, which is a town in Scotland. It's gloriously sunny, so don't listen to people when they say it always rains in Scotland, because it doesn't always. It is pure beautiful. There's a lovely gentle breeze. I was going to say there's birds near us, but there's literally zero nature around us right now in terms of animals, apart from a dog, which is, I could ride as a horse, to be honest.
Oh yeah. I'm sure that's just full of pup.
Actually, forget the dog. What about the owner? Look at that. I'll be right back.
Okay. You know the mics will follow you, so.
Oh no! Oh god! Imagine that. So yeah, and so I'm excited because this is the last season of the podcast. So some people are thinking, why is this the last season of the podcast? Well, it's been quite busy. Hopefully. What? Oh, season 5.
No, no. No, the reason it's the final season is because you're 39.
Oh, 38, how dare you? Yeah, no. Yeah, ultimately that's a factor too, because it is a podcast for us dating in our 30s, and I'm fast approaching, the latter part of that. But, maybe a dating in your 40s podcast is on in the future. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Season 5. What happened to season 5, Jason?
What happened?
Where did it go?
Life happened.
That is a great way of saying it. Yeah, life was busy. Sarah got a new job. I've got a new job, which was unexpected as well, and very excited about. You've had a whole load of things going on.
Yes.
Like literally all of us. Like life has happened to the maximus, so we just decided to have a wee break, because ultimately it got to the point where I was like, do I want to do season 5? And I was poised to start recording it, and Sarah was like, you don't need to do this right now, so don't do it right now. And I was like, I'm so glad you said that, because I needed someone to tell me that. So who knows, maybe in the future we'll do a missing season, like a random episodes will drop at some point in like 3 years time when we've all forgotten about the traumas.
Yeah.
But for the time being, we're going to just do these 6 episodes, and then we're going to nail that coffin shut, baby.
You say that, but you never know. I might follow round back with a crowbar.
True. I mean, to be honest, don't forget to subscribe, because we want you to subscribe so we can pay our bills. Thanks so much.
Our bills.
Yeah. Well, these microphones don't pay for themselves.
True.
How do you pay back these microphones?
No, you don't.
Well,
It was a gift.
you're a silent investor. Except when I say silent, I mean on a podcast.
Oh no, on the podcast. No, it was a gift. Tax reduction.
Oh yeah. Let's get that tax money. Yeah, ultimately we're trying a new thing, which is why we're outside again. Last time we did this, I think it was season 2. So we've got Bluetooth microphones because we're getting all fancy. So that's exciting. But yeah, so I guess a good place to start is what has been happening. What's new with you that you want to talk about?
That I want to talk about.
Or is it just life stuff?
It's just life stuff in general. I've just been plodding along with work and my PT sessions.
Yeah, how's the PT stuff going?
Good. Lost a lot of weight.
You have. You look amazing.
Do we want to say?
Yeah, go for it.
Let's.
You deserve it because you've been working so hard. You're stronger than me now as well in terms of arm strength. I say that like I'm some sort of like strength master. I'm completely not.
So I started my journey at 16 stone 12 back in February, and now we're in June, and now I'm 14 stone 3.
Hell yeah, baby! And so, what's that journey been like?
Let's go with interesting.
What I like to say, a really fun puzzle.
Yes, a real fun puzzle. No, I've been really enjoying my my PT.
Yeah.
Scott's been great. Keeps pushing me each week and everything. I always feel bad because like every time that he asks me, like on a scale out of 10, what would you rate that? And I'm dying, and I'm here like, I say 6, and he was like, "Are you sure it's not a 7?" It was like, I feel like I could have done a little bit more, not much more. It was like I'm here thinking like it's really a 6.5 where like I could have been pushed a little bit more, but like I couldn't have been pushed more for some stuff.
It's just about knowing your limits though, right? And when, because that's my trouble, is that I'm running too much because I've been so busy right now with life things that I've been counterbalancing it with too much exercise, so I've actually kind of hurt my foot a wee bit, so I need to kind of tail that back a bit, especially because for me things have been so busy with a whole load of life things. So started a new job, so which has been an interesting experience because ultimately I literally in my last job had everything I could possibly dream of, but I wasn't happy. And then because of so many life things happening, I realized I need to be happy. And if life's taught me anything recently, it's like, you need to cherish things that matter most, which is family, friends, and happiness. So back to coffee. So back to the world of coffee, which I'm super excited about. I'm going to finally learn how to do latte art once and for all. I'll learn it if it gosh darn kills me. And that means I'm going to be able to do more art-based stuff. So, and podcast stuff might come back in the future, but not for a good long while because I want to focus on music stuff. and just really prioritize socializing and then meeting interesting people. So not necessarily dating, but actually making friends and doing climbing and stuff like that. So, but talking of dating, we won't go into it in too much detail on this episode, but we went and did a thing recently, didn't we? Which
we?
involved...
I'm just kidding.
You're like, it never happened.
Yeah, I know. It was so traumatizing. I blocked it out of my memory. Too many new people all at once.
I know.
Nope, don't remember anyone.
So what did we do and how was it for you?
We went speed dating. So I was literally scared to go.
Yeah. Like, actually?
Yeah, I was scared. I was actually trying to figure out a way
I
of
forget that you get a bit anxious about meeting people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very extroverted, but
Yeah.
the problem is I kind of need to know them.
Yeah, like new people you're uncomfortable with. Yeah, I get you.
And it's just a group of brand new people. If it
Mhm.
was one of those like, oh, here's my friends,
Yeah.
and because I trust you,
Yeah.
I'm willing to be a little more open to that.
Yeah.
But it's the fact that, oh, here's just like, how many were there? Like, there was 11 of us in
Yeah,
total.
yeah. A good
So
number.
that's like eight new people that you need to talk to. And I'm here like, thanks for that.
And then, so what was the experience? Well, first of all, so it was a speed dating event with a company called the Eventi, who are based in Glasgow. They run speed dating events up and down the country. So we're talking Newcastle all the way to Edinburgh as well, including Glasgow. At the moment, they're focusing on doing queer nights, so gay speed dating, but also eventually straight speed dating as well. And you know, I'm a bisexual man and I went to the gay one, so it's not like you must be one thing or another. And even in terms of being an open environment, it's open to like neurodivergent people as well, and any kind of gender identity as well, which is really cool. So, were you successful?
So
in terms of the interactions, and then also in terms of a follow-up.
So I did get a couple of matches.
Hey.
Yay. One was a date,
Mhm.
and two were pals.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many passes. I'm
Yeah.
assuming the rest were all passes.
Yeah.
Combination of me and them, probably.
Mm.
But yeah, no. I did message
Mm-hmm.
two of them, and then essentially just life shit happened.
And then got busy.
Yeah. So I've not really chased up. One of them just didn't respond. The other one was chatting away, nice, and then I've just kind of
it's like paused. Yeah.
Everything's paused. Oof,
Yeah.
I barely talked to anyone recently.
Life comes at you hard sometimes.
Yeah.
For me, I actually, like most social or work things, even though I was the one that organised it, like liaised with Natalie and her partner about it all, I was quite resistant to it. I was kind of like, oh, I don't want to meet people. Because I like meeting people and having banter with people, but it takes me a minute to switch it on and be like, yeah, let's do this. But I had the best time. I think I was probably the one having the most fun out of all of us, because I was just like, this is hilarious. And I've done speed dating before. This was a very different vibe to what I had experienced before. I think because everyone was on the same page, we're all just there to have fun and chat and banter, and there's a big focus on community and friendship, which I thought was really cool. So for me, at the moment, generally speaking, my priority is dating women for the most part, although fun with men is also a thing I enjoy still. But for that reason, I think I went in kind of like less emotionally invested than other people might have gone to the event. For instance, James. I think James is going to meet his life partner.
Oh yeah, James definitely went there anticipating the fine date.
Yeah. And I think because I went with no expectations, it actually freed me up just to have actual good quality banter with people.
Oh,
and
my expectation was very, very low.
Yeah.
To start off with, and I had fun.
Yeah.
Fun, yeah.
Yeah, because I had a sneaky peek over a couple of times, and you seem to be having good chat with people.
Because I can talk to them about anything.
Yeah.
And
even Star Trek? Did you talk to anyone about Star Trek?
I don't think I talked to anyone about Star Trek. Otherwise, like, I would have been following them to the next table to continue the chat.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised because, like, normally, like, if they actually brought that up, I would have been all in for that.
I think people are sometimes hesitant to talk about niche things, right? I'm
Oh,
not, though.
definitely.
I talked about Buffy because I was like, let's double down on this. I think it's funny. I will. I haven't told you this actually.
Oh,
I have got a date coming up soon with a lady.
I need photos afterwards.
Yeah. So we're going to do a coffee thing after payday, obviously. But that's exciting because it's been a hot minute since I'm on an actual proper date with a woman.
Does she have a friend? Double date?
Maybe. Oh, that'd be weird. Would that be weird? I wouldn't find it weird. They would find it weird.
Yeah, they'd find it weird.
We'll find out.
Why did you bring your gay friend?
I'd be like, no reason, don't you worry. So that's exciting. But for the speed dating thing, you know, there's a couple of people that I'm definitely going to message. I just haven't got around to it again because of the life thing. But I feel that that's the interesting thing is like, because we've had that real world encounter, it's almost like there's less pressure to immediately follow it up. Because I'm kind of like, we have each other's number, we know each other are interested, so we can just go for it where we want to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Whereas I feel a lot of the time with online meetups, there's more pressure to kind of formulate this kind of spreadsheet thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, like online, it's I feel really bad about this, but online, with most profiles, it is just looks because
Yeah, it's 100%.
no one puts anything in the bio. I actually enjoy reading people's bios,
Yeah.
but normally for most things, there's nothing in the bio, and you have to go off on face pics, and
Yeah.
it's very annoying and frustrating. And it's for me, it's a real put off, like to even bother going on some of the dating apps because I'm here like it's just all how they look.
I get you. And I feel I've definitely, because my attention span is so short and life is so busy a lot of time, me and Gwen talked about that in a previous episode on the body image episodes, where she kind of talks about her experience of dating as a full-figured older woman. I don't know if she'd hit me for saying any of that, but she's a sexy mama.
She might hate you for that, though.
And she's slide into her DMs if you so desire, guys, or ladies. But yeah, I feel that's the problem that I've got with. I think because I treat dating online in the similar disposable way I treat all social media, that's really problematic. And similarly, I'm that person that just goes flip, 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 flip. And then if someone's piques my interest because they've got a cool outfit, the environment they're taking the photo in is really interesting, or they are really hot, then I'll read the bio. And that's so fucked up, because what happens if they're an absolute piece of shit? Do you know what I mean? So that shows you.
Oh, yeah.
So that shows you that I need to clearly rework that. So yeah. But
Right.
I'm excited to touch base with a couple of these people because I feel there's a couple of sparks were happening there with some people. So I'm interested to kind of like at least go for coffee or a walk or something with a couple of people.
Yeah, no. Yeah, because like face to face, you get a little bit better to chat.
You can read their
Like,
soul through their eyes.
There was one, can't remember who it was, but someone literally was like, okay, tell me about yourself. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm in speed dating. I should have thought about this.
Yeah, with a prepared answer.
And then the thing was, I think it was the last guy I had the date with, and I'm here like, oh my God, I've made it through like so many of these speed dates, and no one has asked me to describe myself.
That's a difficult question, though.
Exactly.
Well, I guess.
Tell me about yourself. Sheer panic.
So
During speed dating, I think the way that he led into it is like, hi, my name is.
Okay.
Tell me something about yourself, or I can't even remember the exact words he did, but he introduced himself and then asked me to tell him about me.
Oh, okay. So how would we do that then, or how did you do that?
Oh, panicked, similar to like the beginning of this. Well, I'm Jason, Canadian, blah blah blah, and all that kind of jazz.
Kind of like what we do in the podcast.
Yeah. But obviously, I was trying to put in some more niche one. I think he's probably the only one that I even brought up that I like Star Trek.
I feel like
but even then, I didn't even talk about Star Trek. It was like a wee cliff note, and just
to see
bypass and just keep going. And if he brought it back up, I'm like, I'm in for a winner now.
I think for me, I approached each different interaction slightly differently. I think because at first I wasn't taking it seriously, if I'm honest. But then I realised that it is actually a great opportunity to really have quality conversation with people, because it's unusual to be able to sit down and really chat to someone and talk about important things in a concise manner like that. So it was nice just to kind of like distill down what mattered most to you. So I think one of the people I asked them, tell me about your favourite coffee drink, or tell me about your favourite TV show, like things to kind of help me gauge them as a person, really. And then there's a couple of people that I asked them to tell me about the people that matter most to them, so like their friends or family, because then you get to hear more about their connections with the real world and stuff, because that's important too, right? So yeah, I don't know, I was really optimistic.
You sound better than any of mine. I feel like all my conversations were all completely different conversations.
Yeah,
like none of it was overlapping, and it was very much like, I think maybe asked the first one what they did for a job, and then just listened to it all, and then brought in my stuff, and then it was like, what's your favorite TV show and stuff like that, and like
that sounds good though.
Yeah, each one was completely different conversation, but I'm here like, how do you compare them all?
I know, right?
But then
I think it's if you want to suck the dick.
Well,
no.
I'm here about can I tolerate this person for long lengths of time without having the urge to murder them?
Baby, a date can be as long or as short as you want it to be.
True, but once you're in a relationship, you're kind of...
That's true.
So I was very much thinking about like, okay, can I tolerate them for like all the time, or is it a short kind of visit?
I get you.
And that determines whether date opportunity or mate opportunity.
Yeah, true enough. Mm-hmm. As we say, in the same way every single week, without any deviation, for all 6 seasons of the podcast, even that one season that hasn't happened because life is so traumatic and fun, is a fun puzzle. Stay in your local park.
No, stay tanned, stay hydrated, stay safe.
And don't forget to suck some dick.
No, I was going to say subscribe to the podcast.
I'll do that too. Just hit subscribe and then suck some dick.
Exactly.
Okay, bye.
Peace.
See you next week.
You do you, boo.
Hey, thank you for listening. The Don't Date Me podcast is created by Jamie Sparks Productions. If you enjoyed it, follow our show and rate it 5 stars on Apple Podcasts or wherever you're listening. You can rate us each time you listen to an episode. Pure date, as it helps people find our show. Keep in touch by dropping us an email at don'tdatemepod@itsjamiesparks.com and follow us on Twitter or Instagram at don'tdatemepod. If you love what we're doing, please consider donating to UNICEF to aid the people of Ukraine. Recently, our listeners raised £410 after gift matching. You can find the link in the show notes. See you on the next episode.
Hi, Sid.
Oh, hey, Sid.